I cannot sit here and tell you that I did not see anything, but like you know now, I tell people that care to listen, marriage is like a surprise package. No matter how much you think you know about a person, marriage reveals new things. Not always bad, not always good. Sometimes they draw, sometimes they equalize. One day they win one. So marriage is like a surprise package. So there are things I saw for sure, but there were also surprises. Maybe there are things I would have done differently also. Maybe, do you understand? But it takes two for something to work. Most of the decisions were based on external thoughts of wow, no, I think it's work. I think you this, you that, so many thoughts. So this one is not thoughts about, people said before, like during when it happened. But we had so many persons around us making so many inputs, so many contributions, and I won't be in a rush. It was kind of in a haste. The whole thing happened really fast. I mean, before this happened, we had previously been separated, like twice inside the 8 months. How many months again? 9 months. Okay. Now let me just let out something personal. Hi guys, my name is Sheila Courage. I like to say I'm an extroverted introvert because I'm very out there. At the same time, I'm very much to myself. And I like to say I'm not a nice person, but I'm a good person. So I don't do things just because, so they will rate me. No. I'm professionally, I'm an influencer. That's what I think everybody knows about me. And I'm a writer. I do ghostwriting too. I'm still working on that. And also I model. I've worked with several brands and I'm a realtor. I'm into real estate. Plus, I'm wearing my brand. I have a fashion brand and we're launching pretty soon. It's called Shop Kokoma on Instagram. And this brand is after my very own heart. It's actually me rebranding because I've had it for a very long time, like the very first business I ever started. So this has been my focus like since the beginning of the year. I grew up in the north. Like I was born here in Abuja and my family were here. We moved to the southern part. So I picked from here and there. Growing up in the north, it makes you to be very raw, collected, homely and that. And fun fact, I couldn't speak Pidgin English until we moved to the south. All through my secondary school, I could not speak Pidgin. But once we moved to Delta, Asaba, and then Benin, let's not even get into how good I am at that right now. But yeah, so growing up was really nice for me. I had my family, like all of my family together. So very homely, go to church, like a very perfect kind of family in my own definition, because I believe it's relative to everyone. But I really had like a good childhood. Okay, I think it's one day I wasn't feeling fine. I was in school. I was in, I think, SS2 or SS1 then. And I wasn't feeling well. And I called my dad and he came to pick me up from school and I followed him to work that day. That was the first time I entered an elevator and I was so gassed. Like, I was just so happy to be there. I followed him like, about the whole day. My mom didn't even know. So, that kind of get away with daddy. So that's something I always think about from time to time and it really made me happy. Nah, my dad is not a pastor. My dad is an ordained pastor, not a full-time pastor, yeah? So he was ordained, rather he's ordained as a pastor in Winners Chapel, but he's majorly an engineer, a businessman. 100%. Or let me say 90, let me give myself 10%. So my parents, my family, 90%. The 10% is because as an adult, the people come from like good homes and still do otherwise, you understand? So I believe when you get into adulthood, regardless of how you were brought up, you just play your own part. So if I can call myself grounded, I'll say it's because of the family. I'm loved at home. I'm loved. Like every single thing I need emotionally, mentally, all around, it's very present at home. So you just want me to say, okay, there's love at home, no matter what. It's a lot. Thank you. My parents are not all that strict, and I think that's what has also helped me. My parents give you the free hand, but you know your limits. One thing is that, see curfew time, it's not that I'm staying for myself. And so even when I'm out, I'm still scared that somebody's going to beat me when I get back home. My parents are always, they want to always know where you are going to and who you are with. As long as they have this information, they're actually okay with it, and then the time to come back home. And in my house, my parents don't entertain lying. Because of that, now I'm honest beyond my desire. I don't wish to be as honest as I am, but I can't even help it because it's part of like the upbringing. So no matter how bad it is, when you're honest, it just kind of lightens your punishment, and they always know when you're lying. I don't know how they do it, but they always know. First, let me give a backstory. I started with modeling. Growing up, I don't know if I'm still tall, but I was even thinner than this. I know every slim girl, they always, Agbani Dareko, everyone looked up to her. So I loved modeling and pageantry, and then it was like, oh, you're so pretty, I want to do your makeup, stuff like that. So I started taking pictures. Shout out to a friend, old time friend of mine that was always taking my pictures. His name is Jude. So he would take pictures of me, then I'll pose, I was contesting. I did like, I think 4 pageants, and even when I did, I won. I did not leave empty. So Yeah, so that was it. And when you do pageantry, the next thing for you, it's social media, like the influencing thing just comes in line. But my influencing started fully after Face of Ezekiel, because after becoming an ambassador, I had to post, I had to show up, consistently. And then by showing up, other brands got to see me. And from there, it's just all the way up. In every single thing you do, there are the good and the bad time. And based on my kind of person, there are times I wish I could just be completely off the media. I mean, I had the time in my life where I usually do that because I wasn't making money from it. I was just doing it because I really love to do it. But right now that I'm making money from it and it brings food on my table, I'm now committing beyond my feeling. Whether I feel like to do it or not, I just have to show up. And I keep doing that. So it's good, sometimes it's bad, but every single day we give God praise and we turn up. I'm very honest and as real as it gets. It's getting free stuff. I think I really like that. It's like these are things that I usually spend my hard-earned money for, and I'm getting it because I'm an influencer. It's super cool, I can't lie. I wish my assistant could come in and answer this question for me. But there are days that I can go a week and not do anything as an influencer. If you understand the lifestyle, that's how it gets. Then when I'm busy, I am busy back to back. I'm going to shoot round the clock, and I'm majorly a hair influencer right now. If you go to my page, you can see that. And these are all international brands. So I have, time frame to deliver work. And so it's just a lot, but it's something I do with excitement. I'm always so happy to do it. I don't even see it like work. I just, really enjoy doing it. It's just my thing, and it comes to me, naturally. So a typical day, you see me, I wake up very early, makeup. That's why whenever I have a chance to not be on makeup, I grab it. Because I'm mostly on makeup and my skin is sensitive, so it's not so good for me, but I'm mostly on makeup, changing hairs, my hairline is gone, It's not easy, but we give God praise. Yeah. For any girl that has an acne-prone skin, trust me, there's no secret, because what works today might not even work tomorrow. I'll just say it is God that is helping it when it is being helped. I don't really have any sacred thing I do, like, it's just vibes and inshallah. Drink water. See water, please drink water. This one is not the drink water, mind your business. So, I mean, drink lots, as much as you can. Like, drink water like a donkey. So, just take water. No matter what you're doing, if the inside is not okay. And also, if you can, cut down alcohol. Alcohol actually messes up the skin. I didn't know how bad it was until I took like a long break off it. And I was like, okay. So yeah, take lots of water. Just stay hydrated. I drink occasionally. If I'm out, I will drink. There are times I stay a month. I say this month I'm not drinking, and I actually do it. But when I'm out, most of the time it's just normal to, drink. But I don't just open my fridge and drink. I'm not really an outsider. This might be hard to believe, but I am not. Most times I have a club that hosts me. So when I'm out for myself, I'm turning up for a friend or something. But it's not something I do back. And there are times that no matter what you invite me for, I will not leave my house. I'm going to be at home. I'm going nowhere. So I'm not a frequent outsider. But when I'm out fully. Lifestyle, cause now no. I think it depends on what it is you want to show out. If you're trying to be real, or rather, if you want to be real, not do past yourself now. If you're doing within your means, I don't see how expensive it is, but there are some things you just have to do. For instance, there are times I don't want to shoot certain content in my house. My house is big and it's okay, but sometimes I want to do it outside. I want to do it somewhere else, and it's going to cost you money to do that. You have to look good. I've learned to make my hair, do my makeup. These are stuff that if you cannot do by yourself, you will be paying people back to back. So knowing how to do things by yourself, being a DIY girl, is going to save you costs if you want to be an influencer. Because if you're paying for everything, you go record. No be joke. I'll say be yourself. Know what to do. Know the right things to do, but stay authentic. One thing I've noticed in this influencing space is that everybody's trying to be like everybody. Oh, this person talks like this. I want to talk like that because you feel it's selling for them. Or this person walks like this or dress like this. Find yourself first before you give yourself social media. Know who you are. Know what you want to represent so you can stay solid regardless of what. If you observe me, I don't do all these trends. I never engage in trends because I'm like, if it relates to me very much and I can jump on it, but I don't think I've really jumped on any trend because if it's not relatable, you don't have to do it because everybody's doing it. So I think the best thing you can do for yourself is stay authentic, and that's the easiest for people to even find, for you to find your own tribe and your community that can love you for exactly who you are. I know they look anybody. I don't want, can I use a curse word? Like, I know they with nobody. I don't forget anything. Like, I'm just my own person. And I don't let, like, people, external things don't really get to me. The only people that actually have access to my energy and to anything about me. People that actually love. According to Ija in that movie, I could first rate you before you go feel vex me. You get that kind of thing. So it's just me knowing that I don't owe anybody anything. Just God, my parents that I love and they love me too. And then my family, like my close friends are like family too. Because of that, I just feel like, who am I showing for? Who am I impressed? So just be you. People that know me love me, and that's all that counts. So all I can say is I earn in dollars. So no, let me laugh that big man laugh. I earn in dollars. So these are something I like to talk about. But like we know, we have the good, we have the bad days, we have everything. But the least I make a month from my job is $5,000. Like the least, at least. Let's say when jobs don't come in that much. But when it's very good, it gets beyond that most of the time. Yes, I am. But I feel these days, because of how we have so many persons hiding their bitterness under feminism, you have to explain. After saying I'm a feminist, you say yes, then you have to explain for that. I'm not the feminist that think the way people think on Twitter. I just have my thoughts on it and my strong grounds that I feel people are supposed to carry. But the whole, as a feminist, this one, that one, the whole controversial stuff about it, I'm not all about that. I'm just a feminist that believe women deserve as much as men do. And I still believe on another ground that there are certain areas, both spiritually and on other grounds, that men are above. They have more strength than women. This is not beyond a feminist. It's just fact, and we have to deal with that. And there are areas also that women have strength than men. So that's my take on that. I'm a child of God. I love God. And you know, I love God. I like to tell people that if you know me, there's nobody that knows me that is close to me that cannot confess my love for God. I will always say it. I'm not perfect in my ways. If I was perfect, I should be up there with God already. But I love God. That's something you would know. And day to day, I try to better my relationship I have with God. Sometimes, but constantly loving and running back to Him. I'm going to agree. And without talking down on us, I mean us as Africans, let me even say Nigerians, let me focus on us being at home here. There are so many ministries, people in ministry that have turned it to, you know, business. It's serious, it's strictly business for them. And I don't know how God wants us to do business. So He wants us to prosper above every other thing. He wants us to prosper as much as our soul also prospers, like it said in the Bible. But some kind of things that are going on, it's just unspeakable. So it has done good. I don't know how bad it would have been as a people if we did not even have the knowledge of God. We know God and He bad like this. If there was no single knowledge. But like people will always do what information they have. They can misuse it. They can abuse it. That's why I always say, know God for yourself. It's not by pastor. It's not by church. It's not by anything. Have a personal relationship with God so you know your own stand. That's it. One thing. You know, they have different supports. But I would say my family again. Now let me just let out something personal. So last year, after moving to my new house, I got really broke. Work wasn't really coming. Like things were just stagnant. And that's when I realized that when my papa I get to, like my parents, I had to start calling. First, the first mattress I got, my dad sent me money to get it. When I wanted to buy my AC, my dad sent me money to buy it. Like, you know, families where I can always fall back to. Even spiritually, there are times I feel like, I think my relationship with God is like so far apart. I'll call my dad, I'll call my parents that, I'm not okay. Like I feel, you know, I share the concern that I really know I want to do this, but I'm unable to do it. I'm not happy with where I am right now. They support me spiritually, financially where they can. We don't have a lot, but at least the best that is available is, you know, it's there on different grounds. And then I also have my friends, a few of my friends that also support them. And let me just tell you this one. So I hope my friends, they will watch this video. I am the therapist friend. So most times, I don't really have anyone to talk to. They're all talking to me. You guys listen to me sometimes, okay? So yeah, well, I have good support system that will never let me be down. Hey, stand up. What are you sad about? You get. So, and I'm really grateful to God for that. Oops, 2022, I was 21. Yeah, 21. Okay, I'm very glad. I like the way you put the question. What inspired that conviction? You know, people have said online, oh, she got married as a virgin. Some will say, oh, is a lie, is this, is that? And nobody saying that she holy pass or virgin. First, let me say, somebody being a virgin doesn't mean they're all righteous or they're good. People do these things for different reasons. Personally, I think one of the reasons, aside spiritual grounds, one of the reasons why I wanted to be a virgin till I get married, why I was a virgin till I got married, was because my dad shared one story. I've called my dad a lot though. My dad shared a story with me when we were like way younger. He said his own dad, that's my granddad, told him, anybody you sleep with, there's an exchange. Something is exchanging. And I've always believed myself to be a child of great destiny. I'm like, nothing will toy with it. Because anybody you get to have sexual intercourse with, there's an exchange. So why do you want to exchange with different people? Like, why do you want to toy with your destiny that much? You want to open door for the devil by yourself. So this was one reason why I'm like, okay, can't wait. And I also believed, like, grave, I also believe that, okay, if someone loves me, they can agree to this. It's fine. I did plenty, play relationship, those kind of things. But I was always like, oh no, I'm in a no sex relationship, or, that kind of thing. And it just helped me somehow. So it's beyond, because I'm a Christian, I'm so holy, I want to be a virgin. So that was like an added thing for me, that because the Bible said so. So we try our best to follow what the scripture says, but majorly because I grew up believing, which is true, whoever you have sex with, there is always an exchange. So what and what do you want to be exchanging, and is it worth it? What's the point? Most times when you start going back, it's difficult. So it's just better to, yeah, I do. Sex is a big deal. Like, no matter how woke, no matter how what, I believe whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, whatever you are, sex is deep and it's highly spiritual. So you should really think about who you're having sex with. Like, you should look at the person's life. This is what I want, because it's always the person takes from you and receives from you. There's an exchange. So it's really just so deep. Till I die, I always have that mindset that sex is a big deal, that you shouldn't just be meeting with anybody like that. Nah, I don't think so. Like I said, being a virgin doesn't mean you marry well. Not being a virgin doesn't mean, as it doesn't guarantee you anything. It's for yourself. Whenever I talk to young girls, I always say, keeping yourself is not for the man. No. People get to mix it. Or you're not keeping yourself for a man, because, who really deserves it? So you're not keeping yourself for a man. It's for your own good. It's for yourself. It's your own advantage. If the person feels like they're benefiting off it, bonus or kudos to them, but it's for you. Like, it's for you. So I can't say it contributed to anything relating to, my previous marriage. It's just nothing. I don't think he played any role. That was for me and myself, and not for anybody. I didn't keep it for him. Like I said, 21 is not such of a big age. Neither is it a small age. And I think there are older people that also do, as in, go by this belief. So back to what I said before. I believe myself. I know I am a child of destiny, and I carry so much in myself that I'm like, I cannot tamper with it. I cannot be the one to devil. See me, oh, use me the way to like, you get. So the little ways that we cannot be too careful as humans, but I believe any single step you can take to be cautious towards your life and destiny, just take it. And that's really what just kept it for me. I'm like, what's the what? As in, what would the what? You're in a relationship today, and I start today, it ends, another person. Oh, you're just like, I just felt, no, it's not what it's. My body's precious to me. And God said, this is his temple. I'm going to worship it. You get? So that's just it. Age aside, it's the beliefs took and still sticks with me, because I just believe there's so much more around it. Maybe I'm spiritual. Wala, 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 wala. Abego. Who did this piece for me? Abego, Instagram, no dick pics for me. As in, I don't understand the question. Make me understand. Are you asking me? I am a virgin. Do you have the tester? Keep it. I will stand on it. No. And that question is not too personal. Do you want me to lie to you? I don't want to lie. Never to lie. So please don't ask me that. Skip. Next. Please, oh. Please. I don't even know. If anybody ever comes online to claim me, it means I'm in a relationship. But for now, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It was a shoot. I told you I'm a model, yeah? It was a shoot. And the whole team wanted it to be so. I actually had issue with the team I had that shoot with, because someone in particular on the team was, even during the shoot, she was like, kiss, make it real. I said, Abego. I said, I'm not an actress. I cannot do that. Like, I cannot just be kissing somebody because I'm trying to shoes as a model. I'm like, I can't do that. Even him touching me, I'm like, okay, I'm wearing hip pads, so it's my hip pad you're touching. Touch it. You get? I just wasn't comfortable with that. And then when it was posted online, I did not agree to it being posted as that. I'm like, post it and let people guess. But don't. They actually posted like a wedding date, those kind of things just to sell. And I was like, you don't have to do that. Post a picture. Who wants to think anything would think? My audience know I don't clarify anything. I need to explain myself. I need to talk anything. Because if I don't say this is this and you assume, that's your cup of Gary. Soak it till it rise. But that one, they actually passed a wrong information. They made it seem like I was getting married. So I had to debunk almost immediately that, nah, shoot, oh, God, I beg, oh. Like, no, now, not like I'm against people that move on that fast, but why like that? That's not healthy, in my own opinion. So I did not remarry anybody. God, I beg, oh, I beg. Yeah, there's nothing in my life that I ever regret. I mean, this is not, I'm not even focusing on, the question asked, but I'm not someone that live life with regrets. I just believe everything that happens for a reason. I believe the only person that has control over my life is God. I can make wrong moves, but God still oversees every single thing I do, and He's involved in everything I do, no matter how it turns out. So I don't believe in mistakes. Like, mistakes happen, yeah, they do happen, but to now sit down and regret for what now? If I cannot undo it, I don't sit and cry over spilled milk. You get? So no regrets. On different grounds, like I said before now, on another thing, like, you have good and bad days, and that's what life is all about. It cannot be always good, neither can it be always bad. Mentally, I mean, during the whole thing, from that time to now, like, I've been depressed. Like, my mental health has been like zero at some point. I got back up. I've just had, so many things, and I think right now I'm still going through my healing process. Lately, one time, like a few months ago, I was saying, oh, I think I'm healed. Jesus. I think the moment I said that, a lot of things just started popping up, telling me, no, you are healing. Not healed yet. So I'm grateful to God for the strength He has given me, and the people He has also placed in my life to fuel that strength that He has given me. Not like it's not been all rosy, but I give God praise that it's even greater than I expected. I said before that I don't want to lie. I don't like to lie. I'm not a liar. So I cannot sit here and tell you that I did not see anything. But like now, I tell people that care to listen, marriage is like a surprise package. I don't know if you remember, there's one surprise package you used to buy. When I was secondary school, I was getting those. You just buy it, you don't know what is inside until you open it. It's surprise you get. So I think that's how marriage is. No matter how much you think you know about a person, marriage reveals new things. Not always bad, not always good. Sometimes they draw, sometimes they equalize. One day they win one. So marriage is like a surprise package. So there are things I saw for sure, but there were also surprises for sure. So yeah. Yes, but I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you, no worry, but yes. I'm seeing you, not being in my front. Oh, I see you clearly. I'm seeing someone. Silence is golden. And most times to be quiet doesn't mean you don't have anything to say. But there's a time, there's a place, there's a season. Like Instagram, no matter how we call it, how do we even call it? Instagram court? But it's not a courtroom, so I don't see the need of saying why I will table my matter by myself. People I don't give a power. Like, I don't give a what people say. So why do I don't care about what people think or say. Except for that, like, really close to me. So I don't see the point, and it's just out of my character to do that. Even physically, I hardly have such. I'm confrontational. I'm going to address what needs to be addressed. But if it's not necessary and if it's chaotic and not okay, not healthy, I'm never a part of those kind of things. And it's not my person. Not like no cross my mind or maybe I don't know, but it's just not me, and I don't see the need of getting out of character. Nothing they shock me again. Nothing. I'm an overthinker, so I'm someone that already thinks of the worst even before it happens. So nothing really takes me by surprise. Though they hard. The only thing that might take me, even rapture yourself cannot, because I'm already having in mind that Jesus Christ is coming at any time and soon. So I don't think there was anything that I'm like, there was really nothing like that. I was hurt, I was broken, I was down, but I wasn't shocked. I'm so glad to be talking about this right now, to be clearing this, because fun fact, we are doing besties. We're friends because we knew from a pageant and we're kind of close and we're from the same place, but we're not close, we're not friends at the time I left. When I left, nobody knew. Me, my tears, my prayers, my every single thing. Nobody. So she didn't know. She did not know. I was already in Abuja, like almost a month in Abuja before I and her got to see. She knew when it was posted online. And she called me. She was like, Sheila, what's happened? Guy, you need to talk to person. And you did Abuja. You need to tell everything happened. Like, come my house, we'll talk. Like, everything happened. So she was just concerned. She saw it online and she called me and she was really concerned. Like, what's up? Don't talk anything now, because I was in Abuja. She knew like I was in Abuja, but we hadn't seen it. We hadn't talked or anything about it. So after it went online, was when she got to know, and I told her, we just talked about it, and so she was like, So she just now became, I think God just placed her in my life. I told her, I believe God has ordained this friendship even before we met. If I didn't have Ginika in my life at that point, I don't know what would have happened to me. Jesus, I'm getting emotional. No, she stood 10 toes, like 100%. She did not shake at any point, because, even when the whole thing was like, people were like coming at her because of the accusations and allegations against her and stuff. She was so solid. I mean, even at the point where some of her family were like, you don't know this person from anywhere, bro, come on hand. She stood. Like, I didn't know she always look at me like I'm the strong person, but I was literally, thriving off her own strength at that point. Like, I'm like, how can somebody love me this much? She didn't have any reason. There was nothing for her to gain. Like, nothing. She just did. And to be very honest, normally before, and I don't think I've ever had a best friend. That best friend thing was like earned. We just realized that we actually need each other to do this life. Oh. And yeah, so she didn't know about anything. She had no role in it. Matter of fact, let me even bust your head. After the first time after she heard about the whole thing, she said, but I believe I'm supposed to feel welcome now. Forgive him. She was begging for him. Like, forgive him now. Like, she was just innocent because even at the time we talked at first, I didn't get to tell her details or, see what happened. So from the little she knew, she was like, give him now. If he's begging you, just forgive him. Like, people can work this out and stuff. I'm like, Anyway, that's it. So she did not be sure. Nobody advised me. I advised myself. I mean, now, we know the world we're living in. And I don't know, but we know the world we're living in. It's just easier to blame a woman. Like, blame her. Like, normally, if anything doesn't work, a woman, the only insult men can give to women is, like, that's just it. Because you cannot control this person. This person is out of your control, like the way you want to keep it. It's just, it results to name calling and all of that. So I think it was just easy. Instead of to take accountability, it's always easy to blame somebody. And then she was the one that was there to blame for the whole thing. And I think that was just what happened. But nothing in particular inspired those allegations. So just born out of somebody. I don't know. I don't know. Now so. I know this one that you bring up. I never heard this one before. No, it's not true. It's BS. It's BS. Obviously, I cannot even sit here and lie that, the whole union did not bring me to the light. I think more people got to know me after the marriage had happened. But that was not the purpose of it. And I believe even the person in question knows this truth. You get, that was obviously not it. But it has definitely elevated me on social space. And I give glory to God for that. And credit to the person to whom it is due. But that was not the purpose of getting married. That's lame. Not for you, bro. Can't question really say again. Okay, to be honest, if there are things I can do better, because in everything, I'm someone that I'm so self-aware and I'm very big on accountability. Even if I have someone to blame for something, I always like to find my own fault in it so that I can be responsible for my own decisions. So maybe there are things I would have done differently also. Maybe, do you understand? But it takes two for somebody to work. So I'm not answering you that question directly, but I'm just saying that I'm not perfect also. And I must have made my own mistakes for that kind of thing to even have happened in the first place. Actually, a lot of people are in my DM. TikTok, Instagram, wherever, people are always, coming to me. And most time, I feel like when married men come to me for counsel, they want me to tell you, leave. Let me say it now. I will never do such a thing. The first thing I always tell them that nobody advised me. The moment you're looking for counsel or decision to make, then you never get why. You get, so if you don't have a strong reason for your own self, nobody should influence you otherwise. And I love marriage. Marriage is a very beautiful thing. I'm going to be the last person to give anybody counsel on to live or not live. That's a decision you make for your own self. And you go sit down and tell yourself truth. Nobody can give you counsel on that. So people similar, I don't know how similar. Maybe someone going through a divorce or someone going through, I don't know, whatever it is. Find a why. Either to stay or to leave, whatever your choice is. Just find a why. And your why should be something that even if you stand before God, say you go talk am, like within yourself. No external conviction, not mommy say or daddy say. Stay grounded. Just have your strong reasons. And it takes two to work. Where prayer is required, pray. Where talk is required, talk. But again, choose yourself. This is not only for women, but as a woman or as a man, prioritize your well-being. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize yourself. You need the advice person. That's my biggest take on this. You need the advice person, I beg. You get where you go with, you will know what to do. Nobody is going to tell you otherwise, but I just pray you find strength. Anybody going through anything of this kind, I just pray God find the strength to make the right decision and at the right time also. Why are you asking me? Why? I don't want to answer. See, by force. I don't like as people are guessing and guessing. Please leave me. Allow me to be mysterious. So you want to spoil my vibes. Off camera, I'm going to answer you. Shebi is off camera and start vlog negatively. Why are you asking me on camera? I want to tell you later. Definitely no. Definitely, like I said earlier, I love marriage, but I'm one person that always say, it's worth doing well. So if I can find obviously what I'm looking for, so even a man define one. If he finds me in good time, in the time that I believe I'm healed and I'm ready again, Why not? I'm not close to what is. I feel choose to not marry again, but I've not had a reason to make that decision. So I'm kind of open. If God blesses me with a partner that fits his plan for me, my life and everything, why not? I'll happily get married and you guys are gonna see. Listen to people. Let me clear that. Most of the decisions were based on external thoughts of wow, no, I think it's work. I think you this, you that, so many thoughts. So this one is not thoughts about, people said before, like during when it happened. But we had so many persons around us making so many inputs, so many contributions. And I won't be in a rush. It was kind of in a haste. The whole thing happened really fast. And, so I think, I don't even know. I like to say there's no principle. See, this life, there's no principle. No principle. Sometimes, what you do that doesn't work for you, another person applies this formula and it works for them. So I don't even know. I think I'm just going to leave everything to God. Absolutely to God. Absolutely to God. No single human being involvement. It's going to just be me and God on the decision. I think that's the only thing I'm just going to do. I'll just allow God do him. I'm not going to think. I'm not going to listen to anybody. It's not be zero influence on my decision. And so top priority is going to be a man that has a relationship with God. You have to know God for yourself too, so that when you say something, I can trust that, okay, I feel trust who they talk to you also, you get. And I myself too, prioritize God in making a decision like this. Yeah, so that's just it. I'm just going to lean more on God for this, like I do for every single thing, in fact. If I talk, I don't person won't come pretend for me now. You want me to, what somebody now come and use the script and come and act for me now? How will I know? That's why we thank God for discernment. Pray for discernment. But the major thing I can say, because it's not, I think a relationship with God is something you can fake. You can put on an act for a while, but when there's a relationship, love for God, they need a fake that kind of thing. And I just believe this relationship with God kind of covers every other thing. If somebody has a good relationship with God, you cannot say, I want him to be kind. Who know God will kind? You cannot say I want him to be prosperous. Inside God, there's prosperity. Like every single thing is just wrapped inside of it. So October to August. How many months is that? October, November. Sorry, how many months? October to November. Anyway, that's the duration. Just me, I don't want to share. I don't think I want to, because sharing will be like going into details. If it's just me, maybe I'd have told you because I like you, but but this way a lot of people get to see it, and if you don't put your business out there, people will not get everything to judge. I just know that when it gets to the point, they need the advice person. Until they get to that level, you don't really know what you're doing. Don't make a decision of people's influence, because you now have people like who to blame. They know what to do. Because I'll say, you know what to do. They always know what to do, but it's easier to say, if not for this person advised me wrong. So I don't do things I don't want to blame anybody. I want to be fully responsible. So that if you pain me, you go pain me instead of me. No the person do me. And if it turns out great, I'll say, thank you, God. I did this and God helped me to make the right decision. And again, I don't know how people see this saying, love yourself. I believe if you have a partner, you should be loving your partner as your partner is loving you. When you have someone that loves you as much as you love them, it makes everything easier. Do you understand? Because I'm watching you, you're watching me. If you only need the water, you go empty. As in, you have nothing else to give, and you should not lose yourself like that for anybody or anything. And this is my belief, this is my take. Everybody should have their own, but this is my own belief. And I don't want to say things I don't want to say, you get, but I think they thought I was joking. Because, before this happened, we had previously been separated, like twice inside the 8 months. How many months again? 9 months, okay. So, I think my parents were shocked when I mentioned to them. I told my parents, at the same time, my dad and my mom. I was like, My mom was just speechless. Okay. Obviously, no parent wants their child to go through that. No parent is going to encourage that for a child. But every parent love a child enough to support. My parents, let me not say every parent, my parents love me enough to support my decision, and they trust me enough to not make wrong decisions on certain things also. So they were obviously shocked, but I think for the most part, it was more like maybe she just needs space again. She needs a break. And that's how they took it. And they're like, okay, if that's what you need right now, if you need, that's it. So my parents are everly supportive. As long as they don't be clear if they do, my parents will support. They're always support. So, and I'm grateful to God that I had that. Maybe it would have been more difficult for me if there was no support from my house. Yet I think knowing myself, I would make my decision. Now I'm not just relating it to just this question, but the kind of person I'm so strong-willed. If I make my mind made up, I just always believe there will be a way. It will obviously be more difficult because a child is a lot. I don't have a child yet, but I can't downplay what motherhood is. You get, and I know how much my parents being together, like my parents' marriage, has inspired me on so many grounds, and I don't just think it would be unfair for me, knowing what I've enjoyed, to now bring a child into the world and take them away like separate. I would really love to raise my children that I'm going to have in a home. So obviously that's going to would have influenced my decision maybe in a certain way or no. I can't really tell because I'm not in that position. If I have anything, I will go and say it. I don't have anything to say, honestly. Honestly, I don't have anything. If I have anything to say, I'm not even that kind of a person. And closure is different for everybody. I don't even believe that closure thing. It depends. I don't really. So if I had anything to say to him, I probably would have reached out to say it, but I don't have anything. No. Because I look you as I'm saying, you guys now want to talk. I think people are still in 2025. People still don't know how much money is on social media. People don't know. So when you're an influencer, I bet I just fake life, Jerry. Now one man the sponsor, and people do not believe that you can actually do things for yourself off this thing. So influencer, if you're an influencer, you're marketing yourself. Which you don't like woman go there online like this. Which good woman go there to social media like this? People, have this kind of thoughts concerning. But I mean, if you love what you do and you can earn from it, why not? A lot of people say what they are saying. As long as they no debits, they go for your accounts that they think. So people always just misjudge influencers that they're selling themselves. I mean, they're selling themselves for business, but they give off the vibe, they're selling their body for men to see them. Sorry for people that think like that, though. Sorry for now. I cover my breast. What they say, they show my breast now. I'm not there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the author and finisher of my life. So I honestly cannot. I'm just grateful to God for where I am right now and everything that I've been through that has put me to this position. But I cannot tell you what I've not experienced now. Some people send me a DM, sometimes email. Most time when I feel like a lot is going on my page, I'll be like, send me a mail, please, because I always check my mails. When I wake up in the morning, first thing, my mail. Go to bed, next, my mail, always. So I'm like, send a mail. So I said, and most time Instagram, they can just send the message hidden or just keep it somewhere and it's like months later you're seeing it. So the best way I always say, please use the mail. It's not pride. Sometimes I cannot see your DM. That's why I'm saying use mail, you get. But via DM or mail, whenever I reach out, available. Thank you very much. Oh, my opponent. God bless you for that question. Okay, so majorly I work with hair brands. That's like the top on the list for me, but that's not all it's limited to. Hair brands, in fact, properties. See, any single thing is only... I don't want to say this. There are things I cannot talk about on my page. I would not talk about. You never can talk about openly. So, and those kind of things, they know themselves. Yeah, but every single thing, please help me to remind me of things. Anything, see, just bring work. As long as you're going to pay me, just bring. I'm open. I'll just say, people should just know when to stop and what's okay. For me, for instance, I have a birthmark on my lap, and that's kind of like, whenever I wear something and that thing is showing, I feel like, this thing is so short. But normally, I like to wear short clothes. I wear short clothes. But I'll not be going for a meeting and I wear short clothes. Recently, one day, my mom was my side. She said, Ma, you're showing your cleavage too much. What is happening? I said, Mommy, I don't have bra again. My breast is growing more than I know it before. And my mom is one that shops those things for me. So I'm like, oh, buy sent for me. I don't have. So the moment she called my attention to it, and I realized that, okay, I think I'm showing my cleavage too much. And I had to work. I was doing it without, it was not intentional. But immediately my attention was called to it. I started working. I was not very mindful on my outfits that, okay, I don't want to expose my chest. But see short clothes, I don't have anything, as in my conscience, they judge me when I wear short clothes, just based on how short it is. And do you want to hear a story? Yeah, so when I was younger, I had spots on my legs, my hands, especially my legs, dark spots. And then in raining season, sometimes it even brings out water. It was so bad. So going up, people would be like, fine girl, now this thing spoiler. That thing killed me, eh? Before I became a confident person, it hard. That's why my confidence, I'd be like overconfidence. Because, coming through that, like growing up, and the second school I attended, as in Christians were on skirts, Muslims wear trousers. I was like, I don't be wearing trousers now because look at my body. My parents did so much. We tried so many things for that thing to work. It wasn't going away. My mom noticed how much it was killing me. So my mom started, watching me with so many affirmations, talking, gassing me up, and finally she said, stop covering the body. When I started buying me short skirts and bomb shorts. So that's how I actually built my confidence. So I wasn't sure if I want to show my body, but I'm like, even with that, whether it's there, it's gone, no, don't clear finish. But even with that thing there, I had to be confident with or without it. And that's one thing. So till now, wearing something good still makes me feel hot and confident. Yeah, so everybody is their own. But when it's too much, you will know it's too much. They need a third person. People that wear, they know in their hearts. There's some kind of that are weird. My body would they bite me. I'll be like, oh, please let me not say anybody. Because I know that this thing is not okay. It's not decent. So people know, just do the right thing. It's difficult sometimes, but just follow your conscience and always do the right thing. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more exclusive content from Instablog Ninja TV. Bye.